My presentation by Paul Matthews. This is a picture of my Pokemon card collection. I have been trading and collecting Pokemon cards for almost 20 years now, and at a young age I was inspired by watching the anime that I wanted to collect all the cards and be the very best like no one ever was. Over the years I have followed the series and my collection is still growing. One day I hope to pass these on to my children because some of them are quite valuable. This is my original card collection. I have saved these cards in a special 3-ring binder since way back in elementary school. My friends and I would bring our best decks and binders to school to show off and trade our cards. The kid with the most rare cards was always the big shot. After opening my first pack of shiny foil cards, I was immediately hooked and still am to this day. This is my binder for holographic cards. This binder is where I keep most of my rare and valuable cards. They are valuable because these cards are less likely to be pulled from a starter pack or a deck. When I started, I only had a handful of these beautiful cards, but over the years I've managed to build quite an impressive collection. I'd also got my little sisters and brothers into this game, so it holds a lot of memories for me. These here are called Full Art Cards. They are also holographic foil cards, but they are even more rare and beautiful than any other card. The artwork on these types of cards are hands down my favorite. This type of card is a little bit newer than the regular cards, so my collection isn't as massive, but I think I'm off to a very good start. This is my collection of regular cards. This is by far my biggest collection and it contains cards that are common all the way up to regular rare. These are the cards I give to my little sisters and brothers to play with. I always keep doubles of the cards in here, so just in case if I find an opportunity to trade, I will always be ready. I've spent hundreds of dollars getting this far, and I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. How you can tell if the rarity of a card is by looking at the lower corners of the card. If it has a black circle, it is a common card. If it has a black diamond, it is uncommon. And if it has a black star, it is a rare card. I was one of the only kids at school who understood this system. Using this info, I was able to get my hands on some good cards. As you can see, I have more Pokemon cards than I know what to do with. And this picture here isn't even all of them. For the most part, my family is supportive of my hobby and they always buy me booster packs and trainer decks for my birthdays and Christmas. The little ones always ask me to watch the show with them and ask me for the cards of their favorite Pokemon. It makes me happy because it's brought me closer to my loved ones. The Pokemon anime was first broadcast April 1st, 1997 in Japan. It was a huge success and it took the world by storm. It was later released September 8th, 1998 in the United States, and this was the mark of a long-running series that's still getting new episodes to this day. The first time I watched this series, I was hooked. I begged my parents to get me some merchandise. These here are all how all Pokemon are categorized by type. Over the years, the type pool has grown, but it started with the basics like fire, water, earth, electricity, psychic, grass, and fighting. This game is all about type effectiveness. Water is superior to fire, and fire is most effective to grass, and etc. People like myself all over the world take this hobby very seriously. A lot of them even compete in tournaments and battle their decks against one another to see who is the most skilled. They often hold tournaments with prize money, and even rare exclusive cards. In 2019, the tournament is being held in Washington, D.C., with a top prize of $25,000. Not only could you win prize money, but the cards themselves that you win are actually quite valuable. The first to fourth placing competitors in the first ever Japanese Pokemon card game world tournament were given the Trophy Pikachu card, and it is said that the price is unknown because they're like one of the most rare cards up to this day. And also the card that you see on screen here is a first edition Charizard card. This card is expensive. It can sell from $3,000 to $5,000 if it is in mint condition. I wish I was lucky enough to pull one of these cards as a kid, but maybe one day. There are some cards that are misprints and that are like really rare and they're worth up to $10,000. Pokemon also has a long series of games to go along with their trading cards. The games were first debuted in Japan February 27th, 1996 for the Game Boy. The first titles were Pokemon Red and Green. These games kicked off a worldwide buzz that's still going strong. You can even find new games for Pokemon for the Nintendo Switch.